If you know Hold'em, Pot-Limit Omaha is a snap to learn, so let's start with the basics. Omaha uses a dealer button, just like Hold'em. It moves one seat to the left after every hand, and it determines the dealing and the betting orders. Just like Hold'em, Omaha uses blinds, which are forced bets that have to be made at the start of every hand before the cards are dealt. The player to the left of the dealer is the small blind, and the player to their left is the big blind. Once the blinds are in, each player gets 4 cards, starting with the player to the left of the dealer. Everyone looks at their cards, and the first betting round begins with the player to the left of the big blind. That seat is called under the gun. Now's a good time to go over 2 really important differences between Hold'em and Omaha. First, unlike Hold'em, in Omaha you have to use exactly 2 of your hole cards. In Hold'em, if there's 5 spades on the board, everyone has a flush, but in Omaha, you'd need 2 spades in your hand to make a flush. Second, PLO is a pot limit game, which means the maximum you can bet and raise is equal to what's in the pot, any outstanding bets and raises, and your call. It can be confusing, but luckily, there's a really easy trick. Just multiply the last bet by 3 and add any outstanding bets and what's in the pot. That number is the total you can bet or raise to. So, when the first betting round begins with the player under the gun, we can use the trick to figure out how much they can raise to. The last bet in this case is the big blind, which is $2, so multiply 2 times 3 and then add all the other bets, which in this case is just the small blind, which is $1. So, 2 times 3 plus 1 equals 7. If the player under the gun wants to raise pot, they have to raise to 7. So, what if the next person wanted to re-raise pot? We can use the same trick. Just multiply the last bet by 3, 7 times 3 equals 21, then add all the other bets and what's in the pot. So 21 plus 2 plus 1 equals 24. So, if the person next to act wants to raise pot, they have to make it 24 total. After everyone has called, raised, or folded, the dealer burns 1 card face down and deals 3 cards face up in the middle of the table, just like in Hold'em. This is called the flop. Then there's another round of betting, starting with the first player to the left of the dealer who's still in the hand. If there are still 2 or more players in the hand after the betting round, the dealer burns 1 card face down and deals 1 face up next to the flop. This is called the turn. Then there's another betting round, followed by the 5th community card called the river. There's 1 final round of betting, and then anyone still in the hand turns over their cards and makes the best 5-card poker hand using exactly 2 of their hole cards and 3 of the community cards. The player with the best 5-card poker hand wins the pot. PokerListings.com, the all-in poker guide.